Hi, my name is Andrew Chan and I'm a sophomore studying geophysics and English. I do outreach with the Chem Club on campus. I also did a surf last summer studying geochemistry of Great Salt Lake. And then this summer I'm hoping to be doing another surf, working to study relative sea level. So I started fencing about 8.5 years ago, competitively, but before that I actually took 2 years of summer camps at Denver Fencing Center in Colorado, and I just sort of signed up for those out of the blue. I really enjoyed it and kind of got hooked and decided I might like to do it, as more of a serious pastime. I think for me, my favorite part about fencing is really how it combines mental with physical activities, and so fencing is a lot of like back and forth and messing with your opponent and playing tricks, and I really love that aspect, that it's a lot like chess in a lot of ways, but you also have to be very athletic to do it, and so that's just a lot of fun for me. Actually, about until this season, I'd only fenced foil. I really didn't like how epee moved very slowly, but I kind of got used to that a bit this year. I still like foil better, generally speaking, just because it's a faster pace, but epee really does have its merits in that it's a lot more mental, and it's also a lot easier to win against high-level opponents. So regionals this year is a lot of fun. So we started out, we drove down to San Diego, had a nice meal in San Diego. Luckily for the men's events, they actually started usually pretty late, so they started about 1 p.m., which is really nice because we get to sleep in. Normally most fencing events start at 9 a.m. and you're waking up at 7 to start warming up at 8, and it's a little bit rough that way. And then basically you go and you fence every other person who qualified for regionals in your division, which is a really long process. It's a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of the friends you make over the year, but generally speaking, it's a great team experience, and it's just a lot of fun. So my personal highlight of the year was when we fenced Brandeis at Air Force, and I was still fencing epee at that time. And so we were actually down a couple of bouts against them, and so going into the second to last bout, we were down 4-3, and so we had to win the next 2. And so I went up against the guy who just beat Chief on our other epee fencer, who's this 6'3" just giant. And I'm fencing epee. We're just fencing back and forth, and it's tied 2-2, and then the time expires, so we go into priority. And he gets priority, which means that I have to score the next touch in order to win. And then I hit him on this just beautiful touch to the wrist, win 3-2 in overtime essentially. And then we ended up beating Brandeis as one of the few team epee victories we got this season at D1 level. And that was really exciting for me.